Have we started the stream? All right, ladies and gents, we've started the stream. I'm going to try and get some unprecedented with the unprecedented access.
Not much gets said in the pre-game huddle for the Rats, I don't think.
How are you, Runner?
Just do what we normally do. Just have fun, enjoy the game. We got a first time SBL player tonight, Danny. So welcome to the team, Danny.
Any big words, Danny?
No.
Cool.
A couple of Box Hill Reporter legends playing. We got Satnam playing for the Ducks and Danny for the Rats. So big coup to get those guys along.
All right, guys. I'll leave you to it. All the best. Alright, you've heard it there first. I'm just going to get some access of Joel as well. Joel, you anything you want to say? What's your game? What's your game plan?
We want to finish up as soon as possible.
Oh, like
so
last game?
Yeah, no, well.
Just don't go Alright, viewers, I'm about to jump up and check the live stream. So please feel free to write as much as you like or as little as you like. Alright, we got Mitch Cone to open the bowling. Is this guy a weapon or what? He's definitely scared a few guys in the World Cup. And yeah, he's left his mark, that's for sure. So let's see how he goes. Coming in with a white top. Well played. And starts off with a 4. Wowee. Joel, he goes at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Good evening, Kiruba boy. And very well fielded that by Runner boy. This is a good fast start. Joel just goes back and takes his time. Speaks to the dugout. I think it was an issue with his bat. And wowee, that was good gas and good movement as well. Slides that down leg side. Alright, we have 3 viewers currently. And to the viewers at home, so the Rats are sporting the Adidas brand as their theme. Well bowled, very well gloved from Xxii. And this could be our corner, and it is. Jeez, that was a phenomenal catch. That one flew off the edge, and Danny O'Shea takes a very, very sharp catch. Great start this by the Rats. Alright, what's my tip for this game? You know what, I was actually going to tip the Rats. So they've got the start they wanted, 1 for 5 off 5 deliveries, and the dangerous Joel. So questions are being asked of 8 shooters batting lineup. And with Joel going so early, that brings Bunty to the crease. Oh no, Bunty's already at the crease, and that brings Avinesh to the crease. So I've never actually seen him, so I have no opinion. I'm going to be watching as you guys are at home, but let me know if you've seen him play before. That's a great nut from Mitch, and that ends a very, very good over for the Rats. Near perfect start, 1 for 5. So, K-Man, what is your tip for tonight? So who is... Oh, Danny O'Shea. Okay, I've never actually seen Danny either, so I'm also looking forward to this. 2 full and treated quite nicely by Bunty. So how good is Bunty's hair at the moment? 2 full, can't be bowling there in SBL. So this is an interesting move by the Rats to bring on Danny with a newish ball. He is a spinner, I think. Could be out, and is, wowee! So Rats have been around the block and very intelligent this. They got Bunty edging off. And a lot of laughs at the moment. This is what we love to see from the Rats as well. They are a more off-field, high-culture side. And yeah, they love being around each other. They love going out for dinner, having drinks, going to Brooklyn, and often cricket can come second, which is something really good to see. So Bing's the captain, Garnish, and he edges off. Jeez, that went straight to first slip, and normally Healsey is the first slipper for the Glenny Hawks, so he would have swallowed that. Great over that from Danny O'Shea, the highly prized recruit. From what I've been told, Mudge absolutely loves him. I will be very keen to watch Danny as well bat. I've never seen, as I mentioned, I've never seen him play, so I'm looking forward to seeing him bat. And Mitch comes around the wicket. Gets onto Avi a lot quicker than he thought, but he played it really nicely. Played it late and with soft hands for one. Wow, he wears that. And another thing about Mitchie is he's growing his hair out, and hopefully he's rocking the mullet again. He's shaved the sides. That's just pure gaff. And well played as well. That's a very mean delivery. Had a lot of sting behind it, and he played it down. Got the one. So what we're finding in this cup grade season is pretty much 50 or 60 is a defendable score. So as ridiculous as it sounds, like a 1 is incredibly valuable. When you just do the maths on it, you just need 3 and over. That will get you to 60. And as any bowling unit in this cup grade side, you're thinking you can win that with 60. So yeah, it's not like previous seasons where you get a 1 and that's fine. The score ticks over. It's like 1s are incredibly valuable. And yeah, absolutely is the running game. Misfits kind of showed that last night as well. Hardy came in and really did well with his running game, and he got the score up to around 100. But back to this game, Garni cuts late. Looks like we're sliding down leg. Alright, Karuba says, now that all the cup grade teams have played once, has there been any surprises by teams or players? And just I've missed your other question, or your message. So it was, I think it'll be a close game. I like to think the Rats would win. Short outside off, leaves it alone. Would be good to see Danny get some games in and get used to SPL. Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree with that anymore. And beats the outside edge. Hilsey kind of went up. Alright, so yeah, now I've seen everyone play once. Any surprises? Okay, so definitely 8 shooters, the way that they took down TLD. TLD, of course, thought they had him at 57, and that was exactly the point I was making. That it was they led themselves into a false sense of security by thinking that 57 was, a very good score, and that was very chaseable. And in the end, they ended up making like 50 odd. So definitely 8 shooters have been surprising. Adi Sundaresh, it's not that he's been surprising, it's just that he hasn't played in a year and a half, and he's already had 2 best on performances. Other teams, the Ducks. So the Ducks recruiting was very surprising. Oh, geez. Mitch could have easily put in the dive there to save it. Chose not to. Gets a 2. That's off the leg, I think. One leg by. He doesn't miss much. Yeah, and from the Rats side of it, so they played 1 game. Oh, yeah, and that was when you were captaining K-Man, and you guys were very understaffed, let's say. So couldn't really gauge much from that game. Clayton boys, I think we all hope that they go well, and we hope that they make an impact soon. They are 0-3, but the thing with Clayton boys is, even though they are 0-3 on the ladder, all their games have been pretty close, probably except the one with the Misfits. Their 2 first games could have gone, either way at certain points in that game. So Garni leaves that alone. That's going to be a dot ball. Definitely didn't offer a shot, and he's a little sore. And someone who has surprised. Sorry, Bag's asking me something. Plug in which one?
See how there's 4 cables there?
Yeah.
One of them's detached. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Plug that in for a second. No. We'll be on the ground.
Alright, so Bagsy would like me to do an experiment with the sound system. Okay. That is done. Okay, going back to what I was saying, yeah. So someone who's surprised throughout the summer, actually, or this year, was Runzi. He's taken his SPL game to another level, I reckon. That's a great shot from Ghani. Great shot for one. Yeah, Runzi. He had a phenomenal World Cup, and if anyone's seen him outside of SPL, he's the captain of the Hawks and probably the best bowler. He opens the batting, so he's just like another beast. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, so he's another beast in outdoors. So if you've only seen him in SPL, you kind of would have thought, he's just a guy who turns up, enjoys his cricket and whatever. But he's now actually he's turning that into some pretty devastating performances. All right, so getting back to this game, 2 for 19 after 6, Tush into the attack. And geez, this is probably the only part of the Rats that lets him down. Is that should have easily been saved. And that is beautiful keeping. Oh, that's hit his leg. Yeah, that's hit his leg, but I think Bagley just missed it, which, as an umpire, it's hard to see. That's going to be out, and is great wicket. And Tush brings out the Belt U champion, Tush. The world heavyweight champ brings it out, and he gets Avi for 4 as well. So 3 for 22, and they were on a Nelson previous to that. 2 for 22. Now it takes him 3 for 22. So this is a brilliant start by the Rats. But the one thing I will say, and I'm going to caution absolutely everyone at home, is this can easily be a winnable score. Say again? So what I mean by that is if they can just grind away out to 50. And he's bowled in a big tush. He's got himself on a hat trick, and he's calling himself the captain of dinner and the captain of Rats. Even though Cam is there, Tush is putting his hand up to be the captain, and what a performance! He just bowled the top of middle. Wowee! So what I really want to see here from the Rats is I want to see a field in tight, put a lot of pressure on them, in the eye line of the batter, and let him know that he's on a hat-trick delivery. So Tushy, you superstar, he's the only one who didn't wear Adidas today. He must have forgotten the memo or didn't get it, and it looks like Runzi didn't get the memo either. But look at this, look at Mitchie under the lid. You can't see Danny O'Shea, he's in close as well at point, and Cameron's just doing nothing, and he keeps it out. Well played. That was a brilliant nut as well. Probably the perfect hat-trick delivery as well, but well kept out. And geez, Tushy, you can hear them fizzing. I'm sitting up and I can hear it fizzing, so he's definitely putting a lot of work on that ball. Brilliant over, 4 for 22. So they have already surpassed the lowest score of this season. And whilst you've got to be up and about, whilst you've got to enjoy these mini victories, with Ghani at the crease, as I said, if they can grind this out to anywhere around 50 or 60, you'd be a very great nut. This could be out. It should be out. Oh, and Kama's put it down. Wowee. Kama and Runzi, he knows he should have had his man. But yeah, I was just saying, if with Ghani leading this bowling attack, Piyush, Bunty, Joel, this is a very good bowling attack. So I don't think this game is going to be over by any stretch. That's a great nut. Well bowled from Runzi. And Ghani's going to be the glue. Lovely shot. The way he rocks back on that cut shot, it's only one, I think. It is. The way he rocks back on that, he looks $1 million. Runs it, chucks in short, well kept, ends the over. All right, so I'm liking Kiruba tonight. He's giving us everything on the chat. So he's saying, well, what the F? I went to make a coffee, and there's been another 2 weeks. Oh yeah, you, K-Man, you just missed out on a consecutive ball. So wicket after wicket by Tush, got himself into a hat trick. And he's attacking the stumps. Jeez, Tush has turned up tonight. He must have had a very nice feed before coming tonight. I reckon he had his second dinner before he played. Leaves that alone. He's bowling quick. A lot of venom. And he's getting good return. Oh, wow. That would have been a great shout. I think he just got his bat down in time, but it looked like it was bat onto leg. So Tushy looking really good. And as are the Rats. Full ball, I reckon that's gone. I must have been sliding down leg. Yeah, and Tush says sliding down leg, okay. And we wouldn't have seen it on the camera, but Mitch just took a great catch at square leg. That was off his leg. Great nut. What a set. This is the best I've seen Tush bowl. He's got just finishes with a maiden there. 2 for 3 off his 3 overs. Wowee. Tush up high. Alright, Danny comes back into the attack. I reckon this is a good move. Garni didn't look that comfortable when he faced him. He did edge off to him first ball. Nice flight. I was going to say, I think if Garni bats deep in his crease, because Danny does fly them up, he's going to get that opportunity to cut him. That's better, I think. Yeah, that straighter ball, one that lands on middle, that turns around, that turns about the off stump, is a good nut. Good change up, fast and wide. Two straight, and Garni plays that well. Two valuable runs. Last ball. Again, down leg side. That's not where you want to be bowling it. So it didn't end a bad over. I think he only went for 2. And Danny's got 1 for 10 off his 2 overs. Or maybe 3 overs. And at the 10 over mark, 4 for 25. Wowee. And they bring Mitch back on. And Mitch is doing the team thing, wearing his Adidas jumper. Just so he can say he turned up and did wear his Adidas gear. That is Rats culture for you. Down leg side, well kept. And Heelsey disloads the bails because I'm not sure who this batter is. His name is No Profile. He kind of moved his feet, but was grounded. And good attack from Mitch. Did go the wicket ball, but well kept out from No Profile. Full ball. Jeez, Rats. Yeah, this is fair. They've got that newish ball and they're using it. They're using it brilliantly. I think pretty much all cup grade teams have so far. And you wouldn't have seen it, but Heelsey was indicating the slow ball. And I don't disagree with Heelsey on that. I think where Mitch went wrong was it was just too full. Looks like it was off his arm. Good nut. So that finishes a good over for the 8 shooters. Takes him to 4 for 32 after 11. And as mentioned, Garni is the glue. He's only on 7. But the matchup continues with Danny. And they go with a 3 on field. I think that's smart. 2 straight. So Danny's got a bowl to his field. Can't be getting too straight. He's got too straight the last 3 deliveries. That's a better line. And Garni, he's sweating on that. He really wants to play that cut shot. 2 straight again. Well played from Garni. Gets 2. So Danny's got to try and land it. No, too full. Oh! He yorkered himself there, Garni. It looked like he came down the crease and yorkered himself. And Kama puts down another one. Was a tough chance. So Danny rushes the batter, I've noticed. And that ends his spell. 1 for 13 off 4. What a brilliant return for Danny. And so Kama brings himself on after playing basketball. Probably will be a little tired. So Danny asks, what's a good total? 50. And he says that joking, but that actually is a good total. Not a bad total. Well left alone. Good from Kama. Good areas. So Kama hates getting his left arm up when he comes into bowl. And he starts with a really nice channel. Goes outswing outside, probably around the 5th stump line. Keeps it there. He's patient, Kama. He'll bowl that all day until the batter either gets him away and he has to change, or he'll get his man, get him edging off, or kind of a rush shot that goes up toward cover. There it is, Kama. He's been playing SPL for a very long time. And then goes the fuller one. I think Cam's got to be smart here and just bowl out the maiden. Doesn't need to go for a wicket ball. Wowie. I thought that came off his gloves. It came off his arm again. Okay, good call from Bagsy. And so Kama does end with a maiden. Just the 1 leg bye off the over. And Runzi back into the attack. There it is. He hung it out to dry. And probably didn't for pace there. Also looked like it skid on a little bit. Great nut. What a slow ball. Garni got sucked in. And Healsey does the due diligence and goes for the stumping, but Garni is safe. Very nice shot there. Sounded like someone called Yeah. Don't know if it was Garni. He didn't run. Picks the gap beautifully for a 2. So Runzi, that slow ball Runzi's got is used it to great effect, but I think Garni's picking it too easily now, and that's a beautiful downer. Plus the front foot, wowie. So they've gone all of a sudden to 4 for 44 on a Nelson, but it's a free hit. And so 4 for 43 actually, so not a Nelson just yet. So that's a great over for the 8 shooters. And Garni moves on to 16, a really pivotal knock this one. Alright, 14 overs down, 4 for 43. If they get a single, I'm going to call another wicket on the Nelson. And that is not a single, that is a 4. And treated that with contempt. I reckon Garni just quietly went down the wicket before the end of that over and said he's going to keep bowling that short outside off stump. And Xxii wasn't expecting it, and Runzi does a nice little dance in the middle. So Kama's going to have to change it up now. So this is what I was saying. Kama will bowl the same line until he gets attacked. So he's going to change it now. He goes too full. and gets treated with complete contempt. A 6 that probably stayed 10 centimeters off the ground. So, yeah, that's smart from Kama. Bowls it short, and I think he hasn't been tested enough. No profile hasn't been tested enough with the short ball. There it is. That's smart. That's 6 runs as well. And no profile can't believe his luck. And that is the beauty of SPL. You can get completely bamboozled and get a 6 for it. And Kama should have stuck with the short ball. Gets a 2, and that's a game-changing over, that one. I think it went for around, it went for 18 that over. Wowee. And I think Xxii's going to come in to bowl. And all of a sudden, 4 for 62, and this is more than defendable. That's 4 of the finest. And you probably can't hear it, but when Xxii comes into bowl, he does see. Comes back strong. So they've got a very defensive field at the moment. Kama is on the back fence. Mitch is up against the wall. So he looks like he's going to be very hard to get out, Garni. Even though he's playing like rash shots like that, he's kind of being smart about the balls he's going after. Like that, brilliant shot. And they run at it. It's just too good. Runs in midfield, and they cash in. Nice ball to finish the over. An expensive one from Xxii as well. So they bring in Tush. I think Tush was overdue. They had to bring him in probably earlier to break this partnership when they were getting going. And yeah, now the partnership is 49. Wow, hits his mark again, Tush. Full. Can't be bowling there to Gunny. He's your conventional outdoor player, so he loves it there. He's got good technique. And he's got a great on drive. Keep it off. So Ghani moves to 28 and no profile 25. Dot. So 2 balls left. They need a breakthrough. Even just a psychological breakthrough. Oh, a bit rough, but probably was there. Good call from Bax. Right, last ball of Tush's spell. Goes full again. Could be run out and just home. No profile. Almost got Gunny. Almost stopped him from getting into his retirement. And Tush, although he got hit for just a couple, maybe 6 or 7 off that over, he bowled a beautiful spell. Alright, so that brings Seth to the crease. I actually went to uni with Seth, and he's a lovely guy. Wow, that's crunched and it's out of bounds. And Runzi is on the floor. He's saying it just missed his head. We'll have to rewind that and rock and roll it, I reckon. Most people were probably thinking Runzi dropped a catch, and he's ducking for his life. So. Alright, 17.1 overs, and this has been a really good rescue job by the shooters. So no profile. He's looking to run. This is old school SPL where you kind of build your platform in your last 5 overs. You look to run manically, and what he's trying to do now. Probably to his misfortune. Like if he just plays his normal game, he'll get to 30 and retire. He's trying to smack everything. It's just not smart. And that's a good nut. That one just bounces over off stump. That is a smart delivery. Could we run out? Oh, that just missed the stumps as well. That pretty much shaved the off stump. Alright, so what's the score the shooter should target against the Rats team? Yeah. So I think you must have been making your coffee, but I think 60 was enough to defend with this Rats batting team. They are missing Apso. They do have, I would say the notable bats, of course, Xxii and Mitch. Kama hangs around and makes runs. Runzi's been in good form. Danny O'Shea, we're yet to know. And Tush, he's a hitter. But it's all about the new ball and that bowling attack of 8 shooters. So I think they would be able to defend 60. But I hope I'm proven wrong. I really do. I hope Rats can contain this. And that's going to be a wide. So Mitch has bowled into his 4th over. He's got figures of 1 for 15 of 3.1. Goes a full ball. And Seth looking to run. Again, Seth hasn't played for a long time, and he was around the time where you could drop and run, so you didn't have to hit the wall. He's going to run out for sure, and as I was saying, that is... You're out. Alright, so 8 shooters were just relearning another rule, which is if it doesn't hit the wall, it doesn't matter if you cross or not. It's whichever end it was at. So it was the non-striker's end. And yeah, that's not a bad result. It brings Ghani back in, and he knows the rules, and he's No, it's fine. That's fine. No. Yeah. No, Seth. Yeah, so sorry. That actually, so Bags was just asking me. We did it. There was one game where we did it wrong. I think it was Clayton Boys. Yeah, and so pretty much the rules are the new batter always comes in on strike unless they get run out at the non-striker's end. That's the only time they don't come in. So take strike, and that's a dot ball, and Tush by catches. And well done, Mitchie boy. That's a hard-earned wicket for you as well. 2 for 15, plus a run out in this over. So this is kind of one of those momentum changes as well, where 8 shooters had all the momentum, leading up until this over. And if they just finished off the innings, it's kind of those psychological differences, especially if they get to the 100 score and they finish whatever it is, 3 down. Rats are kind of going back to the shed. All right, how we chase this? We don't have any momentum going our way. All of a sudden, Mitch has turned that, and they'll definitely leave this innings, especially if they bowl them out, thinking, all right, now we're a real chance. And wrong end. He's got him, and this is it's brilliantly done. And I'm clapping that because Cameron did a really good job, and I don't know if you heard of it. Xxii literally he screamed. He squealed at the top of his lungs, keeper, and Kama kept presence of mind did a 360 and threw it nicely to Hilsey, and Hilsey affects the run out. So exactly as I was mentioning, I reckon Rats are going in with all the momentum now. Aided shooters that won't phase them. They've got that bowling attack where it shouldn't phase them. But it is going to be one of those psychological changes here. And hopefully we get a really good game. All right, so so Kirubis says that no profile used to play for shooters in OG. Apso, Anil's dual set tone. Oh, thank you so much. Just to let you know, Apso, dulce in Spanish means sweet. Um, so yes, thank you for saying I do have a sweet tone. I don't think many agree with you, but no, that is the correct rule. I've written it in the actual rules. No, except for that. There's like, yeah. If it's like run out that way, then yeah. If it doesn't hit the walls, yeah. All right. Som says get him on channel 7. I don't know about this. Isn't that reserved for what's his name? The Greek fella who commentates in Perth. Baz. Baz is his name. Any new flavours of Royal Nuts nil? All right. This is a good time to put in a nice plug. So Royal Nut Company is our family business. For those who didn't know, we do make nut butters. We manufacture nuts, beans, spices, lentils. So anyone out there, if you're a vegetarian, vegan, you just love nuts in general, or you love snacks, chocolates, then Royal Nut is the place to go. Alright, so we have opening the batting is Mitch and Hilsey. They've gone real heavy, and you can't blame them, but you just do feel if they lose a wicket early, I think they're going to struggle chasing this. So if these two can get them anywhere around 30 or 40 as their opening partnership, I reckon it's going to be a great game and a great chase. But I can't help but think that Ghani, look at he's just got his troops rallied. They're so calm. And I think they're going to get one through. And also, just to provide a bit of history on this, so Ghani did get Hilsey out in the grand final of the APL last year. Ghani got one through the gate. It was like a leg cutter. So I'm just going to let every viewer at home know now. Ghani will 100% bowl a leg cutter to Hilsey at some point. It's just whether or not Hilsey gets on strike and can see him. All right, Mitch takes guard. And jeez, that swung a country mile. And as I was saying earlier, yeah, one leg bite. As I was saying earlier, every run is so crucial. They only need to go 4 and over. And Mitchie playing from the crease, I don't know about that. I would never suggest that against Ghani. I think you should open up your stance and get forward. I think this could get through him. Jeez, that is whooping. Wowee. Are you ladies... Is everyone at home watching this display of in-swing bowling? And great change-up. And he's very hard to pick out of the hand as well, Ghani. A good nut well left, and got very far across his crease, across the crease there, Mitch. I think that's smart batting as well. Wowee, great finish, and ends with a maiden. Just the one coming off, the one leg by. All right, so going back to these comments. So incredible chocolate-coated nuts. I hope Apps is still talking about the Royal Nut Company there and not something else. K-Man says out of 10. Apso says Rats look to be very heavy side tonight. Yes, they are. They definitely are, especially because Tush did have his second dinner before playing tonight. Apso gives my chocolate coated nuts 9.5. Thank you very much, Apso. That is much appreciated. Don't forget to leave a Google review. And Hilsey gets forward, really nicely played too. And I don't know about no profile. I know that oh, it's not a no profile actually. I think Bagsy has updated him, so I'm just going to quickly read his name. Oh no, he still is no profile. Sorry. So yeah, you can tell Karuba did say that he's an OG, and you can tell he's definitely bowled here before. And lovely shot from Hilsey. He can't be bowling onto Hilsey's pads. He's just too good. He's got probably the best head positioning I've seen. Lovely shot. Lovely leg lance for a 1. So yeah, anything on Hilsey's pads, you're bowling like directly into his strength. And he leaves that one alone. Last ball of the over. So this is a good start from the Rats. None for 3 off 1.5. Full ball and beautifully done. And that gets us the contest we want. And that's a lovely 6 to finish the over. Give a lot of credit to Hilsey there. He picks his balls, and I'm really glad to see that he's running now. Not that he hasn't been running in the past, but no, they're bringing on Joel. Why is Garni taking himself off? No, he isn't. He's bringing himself on. I think he knows it. He knows it, ladies and gentlemen. He remembers that wicket. How could you not? How could you forget getting Hilsey out in the grand final, which pretty much did win in the game as well? So I'm going to predict 2 outswingers to Hilsey, followed by a third ball leg cutter. Okay. So that is 1 outside off. He'll do another one outside off that swings away, or maybe kind of targets his off stump. Oh, that was the leg cutter. He just bowled it, and Hilsey too good. And as I was mentioning, Hilsey would definitely remember it as well. So he knew that was going to come. I still think he's going to bowl another one later in the over. I think Garni went too early with that leg cutter. And really well left. These are like 2 potential GOATs of SBL going at it right now. The GOAT run scorer and probably one of the GOAT wicket takers. And well left. Jeez, this is this is a beautiful battle. This is poultry in motion right now, ladies and gentlemen. And well left. Look at that. What a contest. And a great start this. 3 overs, none for 13. No profile is going to continue. And that's a huge, huge win as well for the Rats. They've already seen out 2 overs of Garni, and Hilsey's still there. And I've always kind of considered Mitch to be a bit of... he's the young Padawan of Hilsey. He is his protege. Hilsey's invested a lot of time in Mitch. They both play outdoor at the same club. And it still bamboozles people to this day, and I say it pretty much every time I commentate with Mitch. He's only 20 years old. And Mitchie drives on the up, got an inside edge, and gets a 1. So no profile. I'm impressed with what I'm seeing as well. Good change-ups. He gets a nice outswing, shapes it away, and then he'll bowl a short and a 4-1. So you can tell he's got a bit of a plan as well. Could be out. Oh. And that one just fell short of Garni, and Garni misfielded it, went for a 1. All right, so Mahir Qureshi, Piyush not playing. No, he actually isn't. I thought he was as well. Yeah, and Mahi, I hope you're really well. To let Mahi, Mahi's just not so well at the moment, and he couldn't play on Monday night, which they desperately, desperately needed him. All right, and so yes, Cayman, I would bring some samples for Mahi. I actually have given him some before. Lovely shot, and that is 2 and goes out of bounds. Oh, my phone's dead. Alright, sorry guys, I was just having some technical difficulties. I'll get back to the game. So Alvy's into the attack, slides that one in, and the shot, I think it was the right shot from Hilsey, just beat him for pace. Full and well fielded. Well done by Joel. So interesting to see that Joel, who's one of the... Some people argue he's one of the best keepers of SPL, and I know a lot of Rats guys that would raise their eyebrows. However, a few people have argued that he's the best keeper, ahead of Hilsey, and he's not keeping for the 8 shooters. So very interesting to see, and right on cue he comes into bowl. Alright, so yes, Mahi already knows what the hype is in terms of the my chocolate coated nuts. Ghani's swinging the ball this much gives me PTSD from the pink ball era. Yeah, I think a lot of people have that for sure. Mahi says Ghani goat, and he's also good. Good to hear, Mahi. Faz, didn't see this many comments from Kiriba in the Minnows match thread. Well, he from what I'm been told, he's pledged his allegiance to the Rats. Alright, Joel comes in. And, alright, everyone knows it. It's going to come at some point, but Mitch wouldn't be exposed to it that much. Joel's going to give him a slow ball at some point. I'm going to predict it's around the 3rd or 4th ball. Sends that one down leg side. And I'm very interested to see how Mitch will play it. Oh, wow. Swings and beats the outside edge. And I reckon this is going to be the slow ball now. And what he does so brilliantly is it sits in the air for like pretty much all the way to the batter and dips at the last second. Really good defense that from Mitch. So technically sound. I didn't see. Yeah, I think it was one. So anyway, he crunched that, and I think it was just outside the line for a 1, and this has got to be the slow ball now. No, he bowls a wide ball. Edges off for a 1. So Joel's, I think it's because he's got the new ball, he's trying to maximise it. There's a slow ball and crunches it for a lovely 6. He definitely did not hit his mark there, Joel. And I think it came out too late as well. Well done, Mitchie. That was a perfectly played over from Joel. And I think he got around 8 or 9 off that over. Oh, is that a bumper? Oh, so it was 4 runs. Okay, there you go. All right. Going back to the comments, Pulkit Gupta, who got wickets and who made runs in the first innings. So Tush got himself onto a hat-trick. He was looking really good, Pully. And that is a great down up, and there's runs there every time. Chose not to take it. That is a beautiful indoor cricket shot. Too high. So there's a 1 there. Choose not to run. Wowie, that was played off middle for a 1. And that's crunched, and they run on it, and he would have been gone if that had hit. So what Hilsey did wrong there was he crunched it too hard, and of course that can go straight to a fielder. So if you actually just wait on that a little bit more, you can hit it straight to the ground and get it well above the fielders. Well played there from Mitchie, and Bunty misfills that for a 2. So that ends the over. 7 overs down, none for 36. This is a huge tick by the Rats. This is a huge tick. I was saying anything around the 30 or 40 mark for this opening pair. They've well and truly done their job. By no means am I jinxing them. I hope they keep going. Hilsey 21, Mitch 10. But this is the exact platform they needed. And yeah, this ball isn't talking as much as it did against TLD, that's for sure. But yeah, you got 2 class acts in Hilsey and Mitch. Slow ball and well played by Hilzo. So another good contest, Joel versus Hilzy. So Joel, yeah, he's bowling to Hilzy's strengths here and getting on his pads. And again, that's just easy pickings for Hilzy. And it was only that time that Gardy anticipated really well, saved a single. Joel getting too full here as well. Good change up. That one cut off nicely. Cut off the seam. Bowls the down leg side. Bagsy will call that one. And yeah, he's not hitting his radar at the moment. Or if he is, I think he's got to recalibrate that radar and send him a few down offs, outside off stump. Like that. Well left from Hilsey. And ends it nicely. Alright, so Mahi Qureshi says, yes, enjoy the Royal Nut code line. Faz says, just didn't want to believe it, Anil. Okay, I'm not sure what I didn't want to believe. And K-Man says, Mitch got bamboozled last time against Joel in the World Cup. Good memory. I was actually playing in Mitch's team. I don't actually remember that. So Bundy comes in and bowls a massive wide. And yeah, but Bunty had some good in-swing on it. Wow, that's just easy pickings. And Mitch plays that from outside the pitch and scores himself a nice three. Bunty's bowling. This is just easy pickings. I think I've overestimated this 8 shooters attack. I think they came out really strong. And that is just lovely. I mean, he's smashing that straight to Apso, the boundary rider. Apso doesn't field short cover. He fields deep cover. And Mitchie is smashing that right to him. And Bunty's gentle. These are just very gentle and not out. He just doesn't look threatening, and Mitch is filling his boots. Like that. That's a great shot. There's runs there. He called no. And Hilsey, I like that. Hilsey was signalling that there should have been a run there. But Mitchie enjoyed it. He admired that down up full shot. And they bring up their 50 after 9 overs. Jeez, this is beautiful going. Alright, Faz is talking about me commenting on the Rats game. Oh, okay, that I just want to believe it. Okay, got it. Alright, so to all the punters at home, I would say that Rats have just probably moved into $1.30 favourites. And that's a great shot. Again, played it late under his eyes, straight into the ground, but Bunty fielded that really well. And this bowling attack does look quite depleted without Piyush from the pub end. That is brilliant footwork. So if you're just looking at Heelsy and you want to replay that, look how he gets himself into position beautifully and gets his bat perfectly out of the way and watches it under his eyelid as it goes past him. Edges off, and Bunty could have put in a dive, chose not to. Oh wow, his Bagsy's called that a dot ball. I think he edged that. And there's runs there, they don't take it. So finishes the over with a 1, and you probably heard Bagsy say that. So halfway mark, going exactly 5.1 and over, well and truly ahead of the run rate. And they only need they only need to go at a target run rate of 3.2. for these next 10 overs. So, I mean, you never know what can happen. One wicket can kind of destabilise this steady ship. And 8 shooters, you got to bring Ghani back on if he's bowling. No, he's not bowling. So no profile comes in from the pub end. He's their switch man. And I think you had to bring in Ghani. You need to get a wicket. And nice shape. Bowls some nice outswing there. And Mitch looked really good trying to cover drive that. Just didn't hit it. Slides it down leg side. And if Ghani watches this next time, I think he's got to bring himself on to get a breakthrough. Top ball. Lovely shot. They looked for it. That's good. Good intent from Mitch. So also, I've said this about Mitch before. He's very still at the crease. And I think I was 6. Now I was 1. Okay. And Mitch was just saying he was going for the 6. Well played. And that ends the over. So none for 54, 11 down. The interesting thing here is, Tush is leaving. Hopefully everything's okay. He hasn't batted yet. He's either leaving because he thinks the game's on ice and it's all champagne showers from here on out, or it could be a bit of an emergency. Let's hope the former. Well, that's a great shot, and I'm glad he called that because there's a run there every single day of the week. And he collects a 4, and that brings Mitch on strike. He's changing to over the wicket. Is Avi? So these two have been batting for an eternity, and none of them have got to 30 yet. They're none for 58. This, without a doubt, I would say, has been the best cup grade partnership. That is 4 of the finest. Great shot, Mitchie. Weighted nicely, tucks it off his hips for a 4. Oh, beats him there. So Mitch moves on to 25, Hilsey on 29, and they're none for 62. And we've got Tree Songs in the background. Lovely shot, well fielded from Joel. He is that kind of player who can stop those. He keeps to pretty much swoosh, so his reflexes are off the charts. So as I was discussing about that psychological change going into the innings and how the Rats took all the momentum with them, this would be a massive psychological breakthrough for the 8 shooters if they can get Hilsey out on 29. So Ghani can't get too greedy. This leg cutter is coming at some stage. Can't be bowling it now too early. Bowls it too early, and wow, that was probably a lot closer to the stumps than Hilsey was expecting. And that, as I was mentioning, I've mentioned a lot, that is his money ball to Hilsey. Well kept out, smothered it. This has been an incredibly patient innings from Hilsey. It's the way he plays, actually. This is how he's built his SPL game. Very rarely gets phased, even against the opposing GOAT in Ghani. Slides that down leg side. So a few viewers at home might be thinking that shouldn't be a wide because Hilsey walks across so much, but it's not that Hilsey walks, it's Hilsey triggers. And also in cup, this is cup, so pretty much anything down leg side is exactly that. It's a wide. Floated up, and geez, Mitchie, he gave himself. Mitchie, he kind of invited Ghani to go for the run out there. So Hilsey remains at the crease on 29 after 13, and just 21 required of 42. So that run rate of 3 is sitting very comfortably for the Rats. And yeah, we've got a few Rats viewers at home in Kiruba and Apps. So this looks like a very deflated 8 shooters. And so Mitch would definitely want to be bringing up his 30. Oh, jeez. I thought I was going to bowl him. And Mitch just turns around and said, I didn't see that. And oh, actually, that reminds me when Garuba did say that. So Mitch got bowled by Joel because he didn't see the ball. And that's a great shot for a 4. So they both go to 39. Would have been paying good money to see who would have got to 31st. Oh, left. Yeah, so Mitch did get cleaned up in the World Cup final because Joel just did his classic delivery where, I think it could have even been his slower ball, and yeah, Mitch didn't pick it up and went straight through him. I think it was even the first ball of the World Cup final. And Xxii brings up his 30. Well done. Very well batted, sir. 31 not out, and that brings Danny O'Shea, which I'm really glad he's come to the crease because I think a lot of viewers would want to be watching Danny O'Shea. He looks like he's fresh out of a pub from Newcastle, but make no mistake, viewers, he is a devastating bat. Not that I know, just from what I've heard off the grapevine. Alright, no profile back into the attack. And Xxii, I think, will just finish off. There it is, 30. Wowee. Both openers retiring, and that is brilliant batting. If you ever thought for a moment that Rats were a sinking ship, then you need to look no further than what we've just seen. 2 openers. One who's probably the longest standing SPL player. From what he's told me, he played the second game of SPL. Second game of SPL history, which is Xxii, and then Mitch, who's relatively new to SPL, and both of them, dichotomies of the game, have retired and have got the Rats to none for 71, chasing 84. And Rona picks up a boundary. That was a pretty good nut, to be fair, and it was a good nut to a new bat. But yeah, they're just not backing each other up in the field. They're not getting any energy. And Runzi crunches that. Well fielded from Joel. So Runzi gets forward nicely. Hits him for a 1. Leaves it alone. And that ends the over. So this will be a massive percentage boosting win for the Rats if they get this unscathed. So Ghani brings himself back on from the Horsford end. And yeah, the thing with Ghani is he's pretty much equally dangerous from both ends. And he's going to bowl out. He's only got for 2 runs off his 3 overs. I reckon no one even knew that at home. I had no idea he'd only gone for 2 runs off 3. That just goes to show you how good he is. So this is going to be a good contest against Danny. And he bowls him. I was going to say, Danny probably hasn't seen him enough. And to be fair, if you haven't played in a long time, you don't want to be facing up against Ghani. And he probably won't get the 3 votes, Ghani, but he well and truly should be in the run for it because he made, I think, around 30, and he's got 1 for 2 off 3.2. So Kama comes to the crease, really wide stance, which will work well for Ghani. And Kama also has said he will retire from SPL cricket if he gets bowled by an in-swinger. So let's see this. He's edged, and Bunty's caught it. That is out caught. Well, so, so the Rat Pack is coming out, losing 2 easy wickets, and oh yeah, because Tush Pai has gone home, that means that they're 1 batter short, and Xxii comes back in. So I'm not going to act like there should be a twist in this game, but how good would it be? So Kiribis says very mature innings by Mitch, vintage from Apso. Alright, so this is cool. We still get to see the 2 goats going at it. Wow, that started on like leg stump and was probably going to be hitting off stump. Well played from Xxii. Gets a 2. And again, that was that leg cut I was talking about. And he just didn't land it, Ghani, to be fair. But that's a great spell. And Ghani finishes with figures of 1 for 4 off his 4 overs. That's a truly inspiring captain's performance. And Bunty comes back into the attack. I think this was just sheer, and they've got to the stage where he has to bowl. And Runzi waits on it. And he hits that for a beautiful 4. Takes him to 82. Just 2 runs required for victory to close this one out. A very comprehensive win. And there it is. That is the game. Very nicely done, Rats. That was a very clinical performance. 8 shooters will need to go back to the drawing board. And after a very fast start they had against TLD, they've probably been just given a slight reality check from a very also experienced Rats. So, great game by them. And well called from Bagsy. To the viewers at home, I will love you and leave you. Thank you very much for tuning in.